Hey, what's up, BotW runners? So in this video, I want to talk about this swim up from the bottom unloaded floor, bottom of the well, after you do Ocarina Dive for bomb shoes, and why this swim and clip through a pretty strange piece of geometry in the ceiling is so annoying and seemingly inconsistent. Pretty much everyone who's done this trick has their own ideas of what makes it consistent, and they do the same thing every time, and most people are good at it and get it consistent most of the time, but almost everybody will run into something sometimes where it just refuses to work, and it's very frustrating. So I think I figured out something about it, but unfortunately it doesn't make it any more consistent, but it is knowledge about why you might clip or not. So the first thing you need to know is that when Link is side swimming, he goes through this 12 frame cycle where his animation, this like side swimming animation, is synced up with his linear speed. So right when his arm strokes across his body like that, his right arm, he's at his top speed. Like you imagine he's pushing water and he's at his fastest speed. The speed is the third from the bottom number, the one that says 4.4 right now, and that's the fastest linear speed you're going to get when you're side swimming. And then it lasts 4.4 speed for about 3 frames, and then it decays for the remaining 9 frames of the cycle down to about 3 1/4 speed, and then it gets up to 4.4 again. And then it goes down, and it comes back up to 4.4. So the thing is, when you get to this corner up here, this one right here, where like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seams meet, the speed that you have when you reach this corner will basically determine exactly whether or not you'll clip. So you notice, like, right when I reach this corner, I got my 4.4 speed, and I'm not clipping. But now if I released the control stick, and then I clipped. Now that's important. If I go back to that same save state that I started at, and I hold the exact same analog values so that everything is exactly the same, and I go up 2 frames first, just let him float neutral, and then start holding down right, this one will clip. And watch my speed. I haven't hit the 4.4 yet. I'm right at the very end of the cycle, and he's already clipping at 3.25 speed, and then the 4.4 squishes him through. Like right as he's halfway clipped, that 4.4 comes through and like forces us through. So it's basically never going to be consistent. If I go 1 more frame and then go, it doesn't work. If I go exactly from the save state, it doesn't work. But if I go 2 frames and then go, it does work. So basically the point is, this relies on your swim cycle and the correct linear speed happening at exactly the moment that you reach the corner. And it's not even the exact same part of your cycle, your swim cycle, every single time. It depends on your analog value, it depends on where you are in the water, and depending on all those factors, you might need a different speed to clip every time, depending on your angle. So it's not something that you're ever going to be able to get consistent. So I can tell, like, even with the exact same angle, the exact same position in the water, it just depends on when you start your swim cycle. So of course there are angles that you can get that will work for most of the swim cycle, and that's what you want to shoot for. And that's pretty much what everyone already does. Without exactly knowing why, we've all sort of settled on angles that are about parallel to this acid line. And people always say, delay your swim cycle so that you don't get caught in a bad piece of geometry, but really delaying your swim cycle is just to make sure that you start swimming at a moment that allows you to clip through that corner, because your linear speed will be good when you start swimming at that moment. So hopefully this was helpful, though it's not exactly helpful, but at least it imparts some wisdom. Maybe someone else can expand on it and make this a little less shitty.